Hello everybody! It has been several days. I'm sorry for not keeping you more updated, but it's been pretty crazy. The day after the concert, we drove from Whistler to Vancouver, which is about 2 hours, and then we did another 5.5-hour drive from Vancouver up near Penticton, where some of my family lives. So that's where I am right now. I'm staying with some family. I'm not sure how much exciting stuff is going to be happening while I'm here, but it is really beautiful, so I will show you whatever I can. We are flying out tomorrow night. It's an overnight flight to get home, so there's not too much of the trip left, but so far it's been incredible. I honestly can't believe how stunning and beautiful it is here. It really is mind-blowing. And the concert, I mean, it was just incredible. I'm so glad I got to go. It was so amazing getting to meet Phoebe and her mom, Denise. I'm so glad that the tickets that I was given away went to a true fan, and I really hope she had the best time. Thank you to everyone who entered the giveaway. I wish I could have brought all of you along with me. This little cutie is a saw-whet owl. Now, I absolutely love owls, and this was actually near the Vancouver airport, which is crazy because it's a pretty downtown area. Unfortunately, I filmed this the wrong direction, but you still need to see it. He is so tiny and just so sweet. I think I've only ever seen one other saw-whet owl in my life, or at least one this well, and it was actually in my backyard on Halloween many years ago. And that was incredible to see an owl in my backyard on Halloween. But saw-whet owls are absolutely one of my favorite animals. They are so, so adorable. And after this, he took off and actually landed on top of someone's car. I was awoken one morning to this sweet little kitty coming into my room, and he was really interested in my socks. Sorry, that's super gross, but I tried to pet him, and he would not let me. I tried for so long, and this guy just did not like me. So he went and he looked out the window to show me that he was not happy with me, but he was so adorable. We decided, since we were in such a rural area with so many animals that I have never seen before, and my uncle, he works with wildlife and he knows incredible things about them, and he has all the equipment, so we decided it would be fun to set up a trail cam and leave out a little snacky for all the animals. So we decided to put an apple outside of this little den where he thought some animals were living inside of, but he hadn't seen them yet. So we were really excited to try and get a video of them, and you'll have to wait till near the end of this video to see what visitors ended up stopping by to have a little bite of our apple. But it was super fun. We actually got some animals we were not at all expecting. So it was really, really fun. I was really hoping while we were on our trip to see some wild sheep, and we did actually end up coming across these guys. They are California bighorn sheep, and they were so cool. There was one who was just staring at us and would not let it go. He was making sure he was protecting his pack, and we actually saw them a few times, so you'll see them more in this video. Then we came across all these quail. These guys are so funny. They have a little feather hanging off their head, and just the way that they were walking around, and they're so plump. They are so hilariously adorable. Alright, here is our very exciting trail cam footage. Our first visitor of the evening was this mule deer. He could definitely smell the apple and he definitely wanted it, but I think we maybe put it a little bit too far under the rock for him to get to. But we were expecting much smaller animals, so unfortunately he didn't get that apple. But we know that he had lots of other food available to him. But this was at 22:12, and yeah, it's just so fun to see. I like seeing his little nose peeking around the rock there. Our next visitor was this deer mouse. Now, literally, look how tiny. I think he's about half the size of the apple, and so, so cute. I just love
tiny little animals, and he was a surprise visitor. We did not think we'd see him. But then our next visitor was even crazier. It is called a bushy-tailed wood rat, and some people call them pack rats. And come on, look at his tail. That is definitely a bushy tail if I've ever seen one. But one thing about these guys that's really, really cool and why they have pack rats as their nickname is they actually collect things and pack them in. So, they like collect things and they store them and they keep them. So, there was a really good example of that around this rock because there was actually a bunch of cacti all around the rock, but you could tell it wasn't naturally growing there. And so, it turns out now that we know that this bushy tailed wood rat lives here, we can figure out that basically he has been collecting cacti from all around the property and lining this rock with it so that his home is protected, which is, if you think about it, he is so incredibly smart because he knows that a cacti is prickly and that a lot of predators stay away from it. And so he literally packs it in and covers the entrance of his home so that no one can maybe smell him or no one can get in at least to get him, which is so, so genius. And I'm so glad he's keeping himself safe because he is so, so adorable. And as you can see, he did get some good chunks out of that apple. Sorry, guys. I really hope you could hear him calling, but this is a great horned owl, which was so incredible to see. I love that I could see him pretty clearly and that we could hear him. That was so cool just hearing his call at night. It was so spooky. I absolutely loved it. But one thing I really noticed is how much his face and head looks like a cat. And even honestly, his tail could kind of be like a cat tail, kind of like I don't know, hidden a bit. But you cannot tell me that if you think about it, that doesn't look like a cat in a tree, like sort of, because look at his little ears and his tail, so cute. And then he actually flew away, but unfortunately I stopped recording at that point, so I think I get him like just taking off. But literally incredible. This was just before we got in the car to head to the airport, and it was so cool to see this last bit of amazing wildlife before we headed home.